Hey guys, it's me, it's Queen auset-heru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, pass it on to somebody else who might like it too, and please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. And remember to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to read out two of my favorite comments from previous videos and respond to them. Okay, everything you need to know about me is underneath this video, and if you would like to get a reading done, please email me and I'll hook you up with an appointment. So a woman came to me and she asked me, how can I recover from unrequited love? So first, let's talk about a working definition of what unrequited love is. Unrequited love is when you love somebody, but they don't love you back. And this happens for a number of different reasons. It could be because, they don't want to love anybody. Some people just don't want to love anybody. And they make a decision that they're not going to, and they close up that heart and lock it away and throw away the key, baby. I've seen a lot of people do that, and it's really a detriment to them, but it's their decision. So unrequited love also happens when two people come together and one of them just isn't feeling the situation. It's very common. It's very normal. So how does she recover from unrequited love was her question. Well, first and foremost, I think that the first thing you have to do when you realize that this is the case is you have to let go of the person. A lot of people try to hang on to the person, try to persuade the person, try to manhandle the person. They try to make the person love them because I love you, so God damn it, you're going to love me. And I'm going to do whatever I can do, whatever I got to do to make you love me as much as I love you. And it doesn't work. I've seen women, I've seen men, I've seen husbands, wives, I've seen mothers, fathers try to do this, in the case of like your child, I've seen them, try to get their child to show them love in the way that they wanted it. But the child usually does actually love them. They're just not speaking their love language. But in real unrequited love, they don't love you. They might like you. So let's talk about a case like the case that she said to me. So she told me that she was messing with she's still messing with him. She's messing with a Gemini. Now, she's a Taurus. So it's a kind of a strange combination anyway. Any combination could work, but it's kind of strange. It's kind of difficult. So she's a Taurus, he's a Gemini, and she said to me that they've been dating off and on. Mostly on, though, for the past 7 years. So she said to me recently she was talking to him about their relationship going to the next level, and he told her that he thinks they should break up. So she was very baffled because she was like, why would we break up? And he said, because I feel like you love me, but I don't love you. And it took him a while to actually say it. She said he beat around the bush a little bit. But finally, when it came out after days and days of prodding and poping, he said that he does not love her. Bottom line, he cares about her. He has enjoyed the time that they spent together. He still wants to be friends. He doesn't even want to stop seeing her. But he doesn't feel like, not even doesn't feel like, he's not in love with her. Not the way that she is in love with him. And he was saying to her that he thinks that they should stop seeing each other because of her. He doesn't mind seeing her. He likes it just the way it is. He thinks the dynamic is fine. But because he sees it's hurting her, he's like, well, maybe we should cool it. Maybe, we shouldn't see each other anymore. Maybe we should break up because it seems like over the years, according to him, she's falling more and more and more and more in love with him. And he's not really, his vibration isn't really changing. He's not really falling for her, And he said there's nothing wrong with her. He enjoys spending time with her. It's just not there. So in this case, how do you get over? I say let go. Let go. It's like you're holding on to a rope, and somebody's at the other end, like a tug of war kind of thing, and you're pulling and they're pulling and you're pulling, back and forth. Let go. Let go. If he said that he is not in love with you and you know that you're in love with him, then let go. Because the longer you keep on trying to tug and pull and shank, it's not going to make it any better. It's either going to continue to hurt you. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to hit the camera. It's going to continue to hurt you, number one. And number two, you more than likely, if it's been this long and he's not in love, he's never going to be. So my thing is that when you find yourself in unrequited love, you have to let go of the person. A lot of people try to hold on. They try to keep it going. They want to be friends. They want to do this. They want to do that. I say let it go. I say just let it go. Tell the person, I really do care about you and you're 100% right. I'm going to go away now. I'm going to get myself, detoxed, detox from you. And when the smoke clears, I'll see where I'm at, and that's what I would do. I would cut it off and I would move on, and I would go to therapy, or I would go get me some self-help books. I would go do something so that I was able to figure out, number one, how did I fall in love with someone and stay with them this long that has not been showing me that they love me too? There's a problem with that, because she said that she already knew that. So I'm like, if you already knew it, then why did you stick around? And she said, I was hoping he would change his mind. See, big mistake. Trying to change people. You don't want to do that. So for me, that's a problem. It's a problem that you knew all of this time his feelings were not intensifying. You knew basically where his feelings were, and that they weren't intensifying, and you hung around anyway. So I'm like, a lot of people do that, and I see it a lot with women. I do see this a lot with women. I've seen it with men too, but I see it a lot with women, because women, we're taught that, that a man might act weird. We're taught that. We're taught that a man might not, he might be scared of love, or, our elders tell us that men act kind of funny. They might be fickle. They might not know who to pick. Our female elders especially tell us that. So we know that. So many of us are like, well, he'll come around. Well, if I just do this, that, and the third, he'll do this, that, and the third eventually. If I'm there for him, he'll fall in love with me. If I keep having sex with him, he'll fall in love with me. And we tell ourselves all of these things that a lot of times don't come true. Sometimes they do. Sometimes, and those one or two times that it actually happens, I think is what keeps people doing stuff like this. But a lot of times that's what it's really about, is that we've told ourselves, oh, okay, it's going to be all right. And I wouldn't do that. If I was in a situation with somebody, especially at this point in my life, if our energy is not reciprocal, if it's not, we're on the same vibe, we're on the same wavelength, if it's not reciprocal, I'm not going to keep on engaging. Very quickly, I'm going to leave it alone. And this is how you keep yourself from getting into situations like this. Now, if it's too late and it's 6 to 7 years later and you've already been in this situation, then you are going to have to, again, break away from the person, reclaim your energy, reclaim your life, see a therapist, or find a way to, do some therapeutic type, work on yourself to see why you allowed this to happen and what has to change moving forward. Because the bottom line is this, I'm going to tell you this, male or female, the person that you are interested in should be just as energetically interested in you as you are in them. This person should Wild horses should not be able to stop this person from being with you. When somebody wants to be with you, I don't care about nothing else. I don't care what circumstances are in the way. I don't care what excuses they give. When somebody wants to be with you, they are going to be with you. If they don't, leave it alone. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to be painful. That's why I said get some therapy, because you're going to need some grief counseling to release this hurt. But that's how you recover from it. You let it go and you heal your heart and you move on. And in the future, if somebody isn't giving you back the energy that you're giving out, you leave it alone and move on quicker. It shouldn't take 6 years, 7 years. It should take a few months, weeks for you to figure out if y'all on the same energy and if y'all are going in the same direction. And don't let somebody goad you into their agenda, because that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people come into a relationship knowing what they do and do not want, and then they tell you, oh, it's okay, what I want is good for us both, come on, this is good. And it's not. If that's not what you want, don't go along with it. Halt, detach, move on. So that's how you get over unrequited love. It's not easy. And sometimes it's really damaging. Depends on how long you were trying to work on it. That's why a lot of people snap. You ever notice those crimes of passion? A lot of crimes of passion are because of unrequited love. Not all of them, of course. Some of them are just because the person's a lunatic. But, it depends on the situation. Abir S. Hello, Abir. Abir says, laugh out loud. Definitely been guilty of getting overly excited based on charts alone. It's a mistake. Yeah. When you look at your compatibility, I've done this before. I've looked at my compatibility and I've looked at another person and I'm sitting there like, wow, this person is so compatible with me. This relationship is going to be great. When I was talking to that Taurus, our chart was perfect. Our chart was perfect. Everywhere one of us was lacking, the other one was strong. And we could have really had a very powerful relationship. But she could not overcome her mental health issues and chose not to address them. I talked to her a couple weeks ago. She's still not, like now she's starting to address them. But we broke up like 10 years ago because of that. So yeah, it's definitely a mistake. Jordan, what's up? Jordan got another good one. Jordan said, what I learned about these types of situations is to never rush into relationships. Get to know them first. Rushing relationships leads to the wrong one. I had to take that particular comment because, especially when it deals with unrequited love, but anything along those lines, a lot of times started with rushing. Just rushing, picking somebody, yeah, you the one, and then rushing. Just don't do that. Take your time and get to know the person. Okay? All right, guys, come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.